If you're lucky enough to be here with me today, to be able to have a life and a career that you love, or maybe one that you're working on, well, you probably, like me, need to thank a teacher. I was excited when I realized today was National Teachers Day. Happy Teachers Day to all the teachers in all forms out there. And so today we're going to take a little bit of time on this live broadcast and just celebrate some of the teachers in my life and some of the teachers in your life. So if you haven't joined me yet, I'm Darcy Eikenberg. I am a leadership and executive coach. And I'm also a speaker and an author of Bring Your Superpowers to Work and other books and tools that you can find on redcaperevolution.com. And I wouldn't be where I was today without some awesome teachers. And I'm so thankful for the fact that I've had great teachers in classrooms and great teachers in my professional life and great teachers just right here in my day-to-day life. So I just wanted to take a little bit of time on this Teacher's Day and celebrate them. So probably the first teacher that I clearly remember is Mrs. Seuss. She was my third grade teacher. And do you have one of those, somebody from when you were young that you remember? If you do, give her a thank you. And most of the time it's a her. I apologize, gentlemen, if it might be a man. But give that person a thank you out here. Mrs. Seuss was the first person, I think, to really run a classroom that felt creative and energetic, and it was something you looked forward to. And it was only third grade, and I don't know, maybe that's a magical time for when kids are coming into their own. But I remember so clearly being excited to go to that class, being welcome to be my normally chatty self, which other teachers didn't have as generous of patience for. But what she really taught me, and that I still remember to this day, was the ability to use your imagination, to be creative, and to really embrace a lot of the things that were uniquely you, even if you're doing the work. Like we do, this was an English class, so we were reading, serious books. We were reading Fahrenheit 451, I think was my first exposure to that, and some other books that we could actually talk about and think about. And so anyway, but that was more of the environment that she created. They often say you don't remember people for what they told you, but for how you made them feel. And she made me feel smart, creative, and special. So thank you to Mrs. Seuss. And then another great teacher I had was Mrs. Jones. This was in high school. And she was also an English teacher, but also the drama teacher. And for Mrs. Jones, we called Deanne after a while, I learned so many practical and tactical strategies in addition to the academic part of learning. I really learned how to think for myself, how to speak up for myself, and how to get things done. I did a lot of theater when I was in high school, and Mrs. Jones was there all along the way. And she knew the different ways that we could make things work, the ways that we could turn our heads to be able to be heard or seen, or the ways that we could actually make a whole city out of cardboard boxes. I mean, all the different creativity that was in there. I appreciate Mrs. Jones for teaching me that. Now, on the college, probably the professor that stands out the most was Professor Zarefsky. And what he taught was a course called Rhetoric, which, thinking back, I don't even know why I would have taken a course called Rhetoric. Today, even to this day, I honestly am not quite sure what the word means, except the way we use that word a lot of times is to mean gobbledygook. But Professor Zarefsky was the first one to really teach me the value of a story, because the story is often how we connect, and story is often how we learn. And this class was fascinating because it really was a history class. But it wasn't just history in terms of memorize this or learn that. It was about the story behind the story, which is a phrase I still use today. I say, what's the story behind the story? And I'm always so happy to get that story behind the story. And so in that class, Professor Zarefsky kind of opened my eyes to history and geography and even things like math and science. There's a story there. It's more than just the facts and figures. So, other great teachers that I've had, and you might join me in celebrating these. You know, my mom and dad, they were probably the anchor teachers, the first teachers that I ever had, and still continue to be teachers for me. You probably have that too, right? And of course, don't forget, Mother's Day is coming up, people. This Sunday, if you're watching this live or you're watching it within the next few days, coming up is Mother's Day, so don't forget Mother's Day. But what my mom has taught me, and I'll write about this, and if you're not reading my blog at redcaperevolution.com, definitely go get yourself on the insider list. You don't want to miss the things that we share. It just directly in email, straight from me to you. But my mom has really taught me the value of hard work, of persistence, of really connecting with people and understanding what they need, and then being persistent about going after it. You know, my mom's an amazing person, and, again, I think we all think our moms are amazing, which they are. And when I think back to all the things that she taught me, not only as a kid, but even today, and I'm blessed to be able to see her on a regular basis and do things with her and have fun with her. Well, she continues to be a great teacher for me. And then my dad, who passed away a couple years ago, I learned so much about business, but also about balancing work and family commitments, about taking care of people, about thinking smart, but acting with heart. And there's so much that I've learned from him. Finally, as we wrap up this celebration of Teachers' Day, I just want to point out one teacher that I don't want to miss. And that's you. You, the people that read our work at redcaperevolution.com, that join me here for our live broadcasts, that work with me as your coach, as your mentor, as sometimes your teacher in my programs and courses. I learned so much from being connected to you. Every time you email me, every time you comment here, every time you share something about an experience that you're having, an insight that someone else taught you, or something else that's going on in your world, well, that means the world to me. And that's how I continue to learn. And I hope that you have someone or many someones in your life who you are continuing to learn from. Teaching doesn't stop just because we're out of formal school. The best careers and lives happen when we can continue to learn all the time from everybody, every single day. So today, when you're celebrating Happy Teachers Day, remembering those who taught you in the classroom, but also who taught you in life, you take a minute to also thank yourself, because you teach me all the time. Is there something you'd like me to talk about here on these live broadcasts? Do you have a question, or do you have an idea that you would like to dive deeper on? Leave it in the comments. I love your thoughts. Again, you teach me what things to share, what might be helpful to you, and we'll share them here or on the blog at redcaperevolution.com. Until then, Happy Teachers Day. Happy Mother's Day coming up. My mom's not on Facebook, so she'll never know. But hi, Mom. And I look forward to seeing you soon. It's Darcy Eikenberg, and I'm out for now. Bye, guys.